Hello and welcome back to Kpop Light, where we fangirl responsibly. My name is Lindsay.
And my name is Rachel, and we're back to talk about 2026 and our hopes and dreams for K-pop this year. But before we jump in to all of our predictions and things we want to happen, we have to catch up and hear what we're doing these days and what we're listening to, reading, watching, everything. So, Lindsay, what are you up to these days?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Rachel, I've been up to a whole lot of nothing over the holidays. Can't say I've done much. Well, actually, I feel like I have done much, but it's nothing to like write home about. But I will say, and I'm so sorry to everyone, like, don't be mad at me, but I really haven't looked at any K-pop content or really even listened to K-pop in maybe 2 months, maybe more. Like,
Whoa, can you take a little break?
I just feel like out of the world.
Mhm.
We neglected our K-pop Lite socials accounts just, like, over the holidays. We were both really busy. A lot of, like, huge life updates for Rachel as well. So, I was traveling in Europe for a month, so yeah, again, we say this all the time. I don't know how people are able to stay so locked into the K-pop industry and keep up with
Mhm.
all these groups, all the comebacks. I just I can't do it. I really don't know how they do it. So, kudos to you
Yeah.
if you're able to lock in that way. So, I don't really have any like new big music recs or anything, but I have
Mhm.
been reading a really interesting book. It's called The Birth of Korean Cool: How One Nation is Conquering the World Through Pop Culture. And I found it at my library. And I actually got a few other, like, kind of Korean culture related books that I thought looked interesting. I still have a little bit left in this book, but it's been really interesting and cool. The author, she grew up between Korea and the US, so she kind of has both perspectives and talks about how it wasn't that long ago that Korea was, like, in the grand scheme of pop culture, very irrelevant,
Mhm.
and how it has become so prominent and what has led to that and what cultural things, have provided that, what, like, things in the government and politics, initiatives have gone into that. I know Rachel and I have discussed before, she had educated me a bit about how the government strategically wanted to invest in, like, K-dramas and K-pop so that that could be, like, their
Mhm.
big industry, globally. There's, like, a lot about K-pop and K-dramas, but also about the school system and just other things that have led to the Korean wave, which is obviously, like, so huge right now, and I when I was halfway through this, I realized she wrote this in 2013. So,
Whoa.
this is, like, she was talking about the Korean wave 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's changed even so much exponentially since she wrote this
Yeah.
when, like, things were popping off. Like, BTS hadn't even debuted, I don't think, when she wrote this.
Whoa.
So, yeah, it's interesting, like, I need an updated version now, but,
Yeah.
it just talks a lot about things Rachel and I have asked each other and pondered
Mm.
just amongst ourselves. It talks about, like, with factual evidence, which is cool. I took a few photos of pages I wanted to send you to because I think you would find it interesting. I'll just share one of the topics now, and then everyone go read this book. Go check out your local library. Rachel and I talk about how in the Korean music industry, nothing's ever organic in terms of some friends are playing in a garage band and then make it big, or like there's two kids in like a street dance crew and they make it big. It's
Mhm.
always an industry thing that's very formulaic. Um, and she talked about that, and she was using the example of like the Beatles and how Korean culture just does not create space for stuff like that to happen, that kids, like, don't have the free time to just, like, be kids and play with their friends or jam, that the school system is so intense, you're studying all the time,
Mhm.
and if you're not studying, then you're probably, like, helping the family business or, like, have family responsibilities. And so the decision for Korea to, like, invest in the pop music industry had to be, like, very structured, and they had to make it where, like, people come and become trainees, and that's, like, vision. Like, there wasn't gonna just be 4 kids, like, playing around and then, like, they write "Hey Jude," like, it kind of had to be structured in that way. And she also was saying that, like, think of the Beatles or something, like, the culture was kind of like they had nothing to lose. It's like, why not, like, play in a band and try this out? Where, like, the Korean culture is very opposite of that.
Mhm.
I just found her perspectives of things really interesting, and again, this was already over 10 years ago, so I'm sure the research is even greater now on
Mhm.
these types of things and how Korea was able to make such an impact globally as such a relatively small country. So,
Wow.
um,
That's super fascinating.
yeah, starting my year off with a really good book, and I hope to do more reading this year too.
I mean, that's just so interesting to think about why it's structured like that with the whole training programs and then, like, the companies, like, the lack of organicness is interesting
Mhm.
that it's, like, it's ingrained deep within the culture and the history of the
Mhm.
country of, like, there aren't kids, like, running around with free time doing jam sessions after school.
Mhm.
Those extracurriculars just doesn't
Mhm.
exist as much as it does, I feel like, in more Western societies, so
Yeah.
that's very, very interesting to think about. I never would have, like, put that together.
Yeah, and I think too, like, the expectations put on, people from a very young age of how they're supposed to perform and, like, the markers they're supposed to hit. Yeah, just maybe doesn't generate as much space as the Western cultures do for trying things or
Mhm,
failing at things or, like, doing things just for the joy of it without knowing exactly where it's gonna get you to, you
mhm.
know?
I feel like the rose was organic, which was
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know any of off the top of my head besides that, but that's the only one that I can think of, and that's more like K-rock to your
Mhm.
point, it's not, like, part of the K-pop industry, but that's super interesting to think about. I also have been reading a book, and you might have this book. I can't remember if you bought it already because I know you had said you'd gotten a few books that were, like, set in Korea, but it's called
Mhm.
Welcome to the Hyunnam-dong Bookshop. This is what it looks like.
I've seen that, but I haven't read it.
Okay. I got this book for Christmas, and I think you should read it. It's very good.
Okay, I
It
can't
was
wait.
Yeah, it's written by a Korean author, translated into English, and
Okay.
it's fiction. It's set in this cute little bookshop in a cozy neighborhood in Seoul. And it's about a girl who was just really worn down and tired from just like the cutthroat like work culture and everything, and she decides to open a bookshop. And it's her story and her life opening the bookshop and like with a vision for the bookshop that she has and where she wants to take it. And one of the employees is this guy who's also really burned out from the work culture who just is looking for meaning in life. And I feel like that's kind of the theme is just like trying to follow your passion and find what makes you happy and gets you excited and kind of going against that culture and that those expectations of Korean society and people coming to terms with this is what I love to do and this is what I'm going to do with my life. And similarly, there's like another character who's a high school kid who's really apathetic towards everything and doesn't get excited about anything and is just really worn down from school. And there's kind of like a subplot of him discovering himself and discovering things that he loves through the bookshop. And It's just about the little bookshop and its impact on the neighborhood and the people that pop in. It's a very cute and cozy read. It's pretty quick and easy, and I read it when I was on vacation over Christmas and New Year's, and yeah, it was really good. It was, like, interesting. I've never read a translated book before,
Mm.
and I feel like there were times where I was like, "I can tell this is translated a little bit."
Yeah.
It still was really good, but and maybe it's kind of the cultural differences too of, like, what people talk about and how they talk about it. There was just a few times where I was like, "Oh, this is, like, kind of an interesting way that she decided to say this," but, all in all, very good book, I would highly recommend. It was a fun read.
I feel like I will love that. I'm excited.
Mhm.
I have seen that and been like, "Ooh, I should read that." So now that I have your official rec, I want to make it maybe my next book that I read.
Yeah. I feel like it satisfied the longing that I have to go to Seoul.
It
I was
makes you
like
feel a little bit connected.
yeah, it really did. Cause I don't know where the Gyeongnam-dong is,
Mhm.
but in my head, it was giving the neighborhood that I explored that one day when we were in Seoul that your friends were living
Yeah,
in. I
yeah,
forget what
yeah,
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. It's by Itaewon. What is it
Yeah.
called? I always forget its name. Haebangchong?
Yeah. And again, I have no idea where this, neighborhood actually is, but the way that it was described, like, just being, like, a quaint neighborhood with random shops tucked away around corners that are hard to find, and that's, like, what I had in my head, and I was like, "Oh, it's kind of satisfying the need that I feel in my heart to go to Seoul."
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I know, I feel like a part of me I want to start a new K-drama because I haven't watched one in a while, but then I also think I'm gonna immediately need to go to Seoul, so I, like,
Mhm.
need to hold a little bit of distance.
I do have a K-drama rec for you.
Oh, did you watch one recently?
I started one,
Okay.
and it's giving similar vibes to Business Proposal.
Which is my favorite one of all time.
Yeah. It's, like, lighthearted, fun, cute. I really like the 2 leads. They
Okay.
have good chemistry, and neither one of them is kind of cringy at all, which I
Love.
appreciate.
Uh-huh.
It's called Dynamite Kiss.
Okay.
It's on Netflix, and I think you would like it. So, whenever you do decide to dive into the world of K-dramas, that's the one you should
Okay.
watch.
I literally just wrote it down. I'm taking notes. I said reading Rachel's book and Dynamite Kiss. I wrote it down. I take your recs very seriously. Okay, yay. How far along are you in the show?
Episode 7?
Oh, okay, you're deep.
Yeah, it just came out, like, before Christmas, I think. Well, it was, like, being released week by week, and now it's all out. I wanted to watch it, but I was like, "I need to wait until it's all out." I hate
Yeah.
watching week by week.
Yeah, that's tough.
Um, but yeah, it's really good. It's about a girl who can't get a job, like, she's chronically trying to search for a job, it's not working out for her, and then she goes on vacation to Jeju Island where she meets this handsome man and they kind of hit it off and they go on a date and then her mom has a medical issue and she has to like rush back to Seoul without talking to him or getting his
Mhm.
contact info or anything. She rushes back to Seoul and then is desperate because her mom's like in the hospital and she can't pay the bills and she's like, I need a job. And she sees this job posting that's like, no experience needed, just you just need to be a mom with a kid under 6. And she's like, I'm not married, I don't have a kid, but I'm gonna apply, just see what happens. And she
Mhm.
gets it. And she shows up for work, and the guy that she went on a date with is kind of the boss.
Oh, okay, love the setup.
They went on a date,
Oh.
right? And they really hit it off. And then she shows up and he's like, you're married with a kid.
Oh, 'cause she lied to get the
'Cause she
job.
lied, and so
Mhm.
now it's like there's this funny tension where, like, she is not married and doesn't have a kid, but he thinks she does, and he is wrestling with it 'cause he likes her, but
Uh-huh.
it's like he knows he can't like her if she's married and has a kid, but it's all a lie, so it's kind of like this funny,
Ooh, okay.
like
I like it.
yeah.
Dynamic. I'm also curious on what job you would need to be having a child under 6 for?
So that's the funny thing is the guy's sister works at the company as well, and they're kind of going head to head on who's gonna get the company, and
Got it.
so she decides to make a new team for her brother to oversee, but she wants to sabotage him, so she hires people, and
Oh.
the company is baby products. So it's like
Mm.
diapers and bottles and stuff, and so she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hire a team of moms who have no working experience and
Mhm.
make him be the boss of these 5 moms who have no idea what they're doing to
Got it.
sabotage him and make him look
Okay.
bad so he doesn't get the company." So it's like that's like another thing is like
This
it's the
sounds
sister.
just enough unhinged for me. Like,
Yeah.
just enough, like, silly, but
Mhm.
still good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the main guy's funny too. I've seen him in a few other things, and he hasn't been funny, and so this is like a new side to him, if you will,
Love that
kind
new
of.
side. Okay, amazing. Any music you've been listening to that you wanna share?
I mostly have only been listening to my top songs of 2025
Mhm.
playlist, um, which not shocked at all. Every single song that comes on, I'm like, "Wow, this is straight fire. This playlist is so good."
I really curated my 2025 well.
I know, I just put it on shuffle and I'm like, "Oh, this playlist is so good."
Oh, so good.
So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been listening to and it kind of admiring my music taste as it plays.
Yeah. We should share our 2025 rap playlist on socials in case anyone wants to, also listen to our fire music. Oh my god. I got so excited about saying fire that I just literally rammed my computer. Um, and if you wanna check out some of that fire, in our last episode, we discussed our Spotify Wrapped and our top artists and songs, which was very fun. Okay. Well, anything else that has been going on these days, or should we look forward to the coming days?
Oh, I did wanna shout out the DK Seungkwan duo, as you know, if you're into 17 at all, 17 is doing these little units as they slowly send members off to the military, and their newest unit is DK and Seungkwan, which are 2 of our favorites, and we love those boys dearly. I will say it's an album of ballads, which if you're a listener of Kpop Light, you know we like the hype songs. So, this album is definitely a slower pace. There were a few good songs on it, but it will not be one that I'm returning to regularly. And it's mostly because this music makes me want to take a nap. In the
Hey,
best way.
good lullaby music.
Good lullaby music, sweet angel voices. Yeah, they're so talented and they sound so good. I will say I was really hoping for a song or 2 similar to Kidult, which
Mhm.
is a slower song by 17 and one of my favorite songs of theirs in their entire discography. And there's, like, moments in the song where DK and Sukwon are harmonizing, vocalizing together, doing vocal runs, and it's absolutely stunning. There really wasn't any of that on the album. I was
Mm.
really wanting there to be some real, like, harmonies and belting moments, and they sound beautiful together, but there wasn't kind of that kidult energy to any of the songs, which I was kind of hoping for, but all in all, they sound beautiful, and I do wanna tip my hat to them. They're doing a really good job of promoting it on social
Mhm.
because it is hard to promote ballads on social media. There's
Mhm.
not a dance, there's not kind of that viral quality of, like, putting it in as a sound and people are making videos to it, so they're doing a really good job promoting it, and it's been interesting to see what they do. They're having different groups sing the songs or, like, make cute videos, like, with the song incorporated, and they're collabing with, like, interesting people to sing duets with them, and so they're doing a really good job. Proud of the boys.
I'm the worst 17 fan and DK, bias there's ever been because I haven't even listened yet. I'm so sorry. I will get to it. Um, again, ballads are not typically my favorite, but these 2 men mean the world to me and could do no wrong, and I know they sound excellent even if these songs do not make my 2026 Spotify Wrapped.
Mhm. You did send me, Cowboy DK.
Oh, yes. Is that W Magazine? V
I
Mag? I
think
don't remember
so.
what magazine. It's one of the big magazines. He did a photo shoot, cover star, and, um yeah, he's in a cowboy hat, he's looking great. These men stay busy, stay working, until the moment they go to the military, they're really on the grind.
Mhm.
Um, and I also just wanna appreciate that the duo ended up being Seungkwan and Dokyeom, 'cause
Yeah.
it was, like, speculated for so long, and I think that's the one we wanted them to be together, but didn't think it
Mhm.
would be since there's already Busaksoon with Hoshi, so
Mhm.
it only makes sense the Vocal Kings are together. And so now it's even more interesting to see what's gonna happen next, what other duos there's
Yeah,
gonna be.
I know. Did you see that, DK, Seungkwan, and Dino are new brand ambassadors for Skechers?
I didn't see that. I don't like Skechers.
I don't either, but I was like, "What a cute little trio." I'm happy for them.
Get that coin, boys, like, happy for
Mhm.
them. Cannot picture them in the Skechers, but,
No.
it kind of fits Dino a little bit, and I'm not trying to be mean, but that kinda makes sense to me.
Well, it gives Seungkwan as well, he's an athletic, boy,
Him on
you
the
know?
volleyball court with the Skechers volleyball.
I'm loving the subplot of Seungkwan being the volleyball manager.
Okay, I really need to dive into that. I feel like I've only seen it zoomed out, and I need to completely zoom into that
Yeah.
because I'm very curious about it, and he's making a lot of volleyball content. He's like the host
Uh-huh.
of some show,
Yeah.
um, and I need to see that because I mean, he
I
has the
just keep seeing
personality for
videos of
that.
him, like, at volleyball games, like, fetching the balls and, like, put like,
The
putting the
ball
balls
boy.
in the cart. Yeah, literally. And I think he's, like an honorary manager of some team, and it's really cute that he's pursuing this, this passion.
I'm
I
obsessed with
think
that.
it's really, really cool how he's pursuing
I
that.
think someone listened to our podcast last year because I think several times we said we need them to do partnerships and brand ambassadorships with
Mhm.
things that make sense, like get Hit Seungkwan into the volleyball.
Oh, I have another thing to talk about before we move into 2026.
Okay, perfect.
Bobby is back from the military.
Oh my gosh, Rachel, thank you for saying that. That is so exciting.
Yeah, it's huge.
I feel like he's someone that was like really like cooking stuff up while he was in there too. He has
Yeah.
rhymes. He's ready to release.
I saw a video of him performing, and it looked like it was just at, like, a club or something, like, it looked very spontaneous, very low key,
Mhm.
but he was up kind of on a stage or on a table singing, rapping, and everyone in the comments was like, "Bobby's back." He was discharged in December, so it's, like, fresh, and he's back, and one of my hopes for 2026 is new music from Bobby.
Oh, that's a huge hope and dream. I love that man to death. I can't wait to see what he's gonna cook up. Um, if that means an icon comeback or not, I don't know, but I'm very happy with solo music as well.
Yeah, I know. There was a few Bobby songs on my Top Songs 2025
Oh,
playlist.
interesting.
Yeah, there was a few ones that I had discovered this year that I added, specifically 10 Day by Bobby.
Okay.
So good. And so I was reminded of Bobby listening to this playlist, and then I was like, I wonder when he's coming back. And then I saw the video and I was like, thank God. He's back for 2026, and here's to hoping for new music. And I honestly could either way about like Icon if they do a comeback or not. I mostly just want the solo music.
Yeah, I do love his solo music. I also selfishly, I love the song he featured on with Junie,
Mhm.
and I think he went to the military right after that, so they never like did any in-person performances or collaborations, and I would love that friendship to kind of be fostered this year. I think some
Yeah.
great music come out of there.
Yeah.
So,
No, for
putting
sure.
that out there. Put that out there. We'll have to check up next year, see if any of that comes true.
So, obviously we can't talk about 2026 without talking about BTS. You told me over text that you have some predictions and you have some lore.
Yeah. Well, and maybe it's not like that exciting of lore, but I was very excited to see the name of their new album that they have just announced, which
Mhm.
is Arirang, Arirang. And I recognized it immediately as um basically, from what I understand, like the most popular song in Korean history.
Mhm.
It's a name of a Korean folk song, which I think they recognize as basically like the unofficial national anthem. Like it is like the
Whoa.
most well-known um song, and I would say I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's like a soul song. Like it's
Okay.
like everyone knows it. I think it like is a very Korean to its roots song. And when I looked it up, um, it said the song symbolizes enduring love, longing, hardship, and hope, which I feel like are
Okay.
all concepts that BTS incorporates in their music over
Mhm.
the years has. And I just think that this is like such good marketing and such a good choice of like a vibe for the comeback for multiple reasons. And I don't know if they thought through all these reasons, but this is what I'm gaining from it.
Mhm.
I feel like they're naming their album the most popular song that has ever existed in Korea. They're the most popular group that has ever existed in Korea. Yeah, they're the most popular, most recognized thing, and that's what they're naming their
That's
album. Like
iconic.
when they come back, and I just love that it's Korean as well and like
Mhm.
rooted in such Korean history and like such a prideful song for Korea and Korean culture, and like they are the pride of Korea in
Yeah.
terms of facing globally like the navigators of the Korean wave. So it just it gives me like chills. Like I just love the choice of it.
Mhm.
There's only the one image released so far, but it looks kind of like they're going kind of like mic drop vibes, like we are the best, we are
Mm.
cool. Like kind of prideful in a good way that I
Yeah.
like kind of
Yeah.
bringing that edge to it. So it made me excited.
Oh.
I liked the branding, and I don't know, maybe I'm really wrong on like the route they'll take, but
Yeah.
so far I'm pleased with what I saw.
That's such cool background. I had no idea. I just saw the word and I was like, "Oh, that's a Korean word." And I got excited because I was like, "Oh, this hopefully means that most of the songs are gonna be in Korean," is kind of what I took from it, but I love hearing that backstory. That is so cool. I didn't know about the song or, like, what that meant, so I think that's a really cool direction. We're getting 14 songs, is what it says, hopefully all new. I think they
Mhm.
would only do new.
I think I saw somewhere where it has to be new because the last album was all old.
Okay.
So, I think that yeah, that's why they were saying they haven't released new music in so many years because the last album was
Yeah.
just like repackaged old songs.
Now what are these symbols? Do you know?
Now, I don't like that, but when they tell me the meaning, I might like it.
Okay, I know, I
If
was
there's a
just
good meaning.
wondering what they
I
were
have
'cause,
no idea.
I could do some research because I really haven't tried hard to find out, but,
Me either.
um, that was, like, plastered all over Seoul. I feel like I've seen it a few times, on Instagram.
Yeah, I feel like it's on like every billboard ever, but I'm gonna need
Mhm.
them to tell me the meaning because I'm not picking it up just from visually looking at it.
Um, How do you envision BTS coming back together after so many years and after solo projects and everybody's solo music sounds so different and is a completely different genre and vibe? How do you think that's gonna change them as they come back together? Do you think this album will be more diverse in terms of, like, sound, or do you think they're really just gonna lean in to the group and kind of their original upbeat hip hop kind of tracks, or do you think them exploring some of their solo projects will kind of shape the trajectory of this album in terms of music?
That's such a good question, and I feel like it could go so many different ways, but I I don't think they're, like, all bringing their own personal taste into it. I feel like it's gonna be, like, back to BTS core, and then they,
Mhm.
like, express themselves through solo stuff because I do feel like they'll continue to release solo stuff. What I would love to see is back to kind of their golden era of in my mind, which is, like, Map of the Soul,
Yeah.
um, those vibes. I feel like they probably are really being precious about what they're doing because this is the big like, the comeback has been so delayed, so I feel like they probably are, putting a lot of thought and effort behind it, and I don't really wanna see, like, all of them have a solo song on the album with, like, a completely
Yeah.
different vibe, like, I want it to
I
be
was just about
very
to say, I
them.
don't want solos on this. I want
No.
group songs only
Mhm.
and rap unit songs.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, and I want, like, a DNA, I want a mic drop.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I am curious on just seeing them together as a group again in terms of, like, the social interactions and the general
Mhm.
vibe of the group, like, beyond the music. Um,
Mhm.
I put in my wish list for 2026, like, I need Run BTS back. I'm needing some more
Yeah.
just casual content of them to kinda get back into it.
Mhm.
Obviously excited about the prospect of new music, but I just miss them at large, and the one selfie that's been posted the last 6 months is not cutting it for me.
I know. I wonder what their plan is for, um, yeah, more of that organic content, like I mean, I know they've been in the stew and have been dancing and doing dance practices. I feel like I've seen some photos from that, but the fans need more. And
Mhm,
especially for light fans like you and I'm I have not been locked into BTS for a long time. You gotta pull me back in.
mhm.
You need to be releasing Run BTS, some funny videos behind the scenes, like, we need to see them interacting. I'm feeling disconnected, and I need
Mhm.
them to pull me in and
Yeah.
connect me.
Give me something I
And
can work with.
yeah, I mean, I will easily be dragged in if you just give me
So easily.
something.
You just give me something. I don't do lives really, like, I know some people have,
Mhm.
been watching that, but, like, that's not it for me, so it's gonna have to be a piece of content they release, and I'm eager to get back in. I need the kinda that first, switch to kinda flip.
Mhm. Mhm.
I was
Yep.
gonna say about the music, I feel like they were in LA working on music for a long time and have been working with, like, a lot of different people. I do hope that goes well in
Mhm.
terms of, like, finding some sort of sound and, like, not it being, like, trying to be number 1 pop hit. Because
Yeah.
I don't really care much about them going global number 1. That might be their goal, I guess, but I do want them to do something that feels like them, and I think naming it a Korean word kind of foreshadows to more Korean songs,
Mhm.
but
I feel like they know what the fans want, which is
mhm,
the return to the OG BTS,
mhm,
like the Map of the Soul era. I think they're self-aware enough to know that, like, that's what the fans are craving.
Mhm.
And you and I have said we love those English songs, like, the songs that are trying to be the top
Mhm.
hits. I love them. They're so
Me
catchy
too.
and so fun, but for this comeback moment, I think that's what they need is a return.
Yeah, for sure. It's been so long, give the fans that meat. Sorry, I'm just seeing that Arirang is, like, on the Spotify, it's so crazy.
I know with the second and minute and day countdown.
Wait, is Proof the one that had the re-releases on it?
Yeah,
So that was the last release, it was in June of 2022. I think that was around their anniversary. They released
their ninth anniversary.
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, they didn't do anything for their 10 year because they were all in the military.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
this is like their I feel like this is a celebration of BTS
Mhm.
and kind of that moment for them, which
Yeah.
is pretty huge.
Dang, time flies.
It doesn't feel like because I got into K-pop, what was it? December of 2021? It doesn't feel like 5 years
Mm-mm.
that I've been into K-pop. It feels like
Mm-mm.
2 maybe.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, it really I was, like, found BTS and then was so into them, but they really enlisted, like, not that long after. So
Yeah.
most of my time being a K-pop fan, they have been gone.
Yeah.
So crazy. This
I
year will be
know.
monumental.
I'm so ready for the performances.
Okay, picture them at the next Mamas.
Oh my gosh. Like, I know they're gonna spend most of this year on tour, right?
Mhm.
But I hope before they go on tour that they have their moment to perform some of these new songs and, like, go on the music shows. I want I want dance practice footage. I want all the content for these new songs. And that's what got me into BTS the first time was, um, seeing their performances, their live
Mhm.
I think it was just a concert video that I saw, but it's like that's what they do best. Like they are incredible performers. No one does it like BTS, and I am very excited to see the performance videos and all the visuals with this next year with them.
I'm not even ready, like, to see all of them dancing together again after 3 years.
Kind
It's
of mind
crazy.
blowing.
I know. Wow. What a moment it will be.
Any predictions for hair color or visuals or kind of what these boys are going to be doing as they come back in a couple
Good
months?
question. I think they're gonna all do black hair.
All black. I
Mhm.
was thinking this morning when I woke up, Jimin's gonna be blonde. And then I went to Instagram. He did a photo shoot with some brand I can't remember, and he was blonde. And I was like, oh,
That does make sense.
but in a couple months he might go black again. I don't know.
But to me, Jimin is a natural blonde. So, I guess when I say all black hair, I just mean, like, everyone with their natural hair colors, Jimin being blonde, and Jin being a little bit dark brown. He's not black, he's doing a little bit of dark brown.
Yeah, he does a light brown, dark brown moment.
Um,
I was thinking RM could do a fun hair color. I don't know
I
why,
could
but
be
I
into
was kind
that.
of feeling blue, like a kind of like a dark
I
blue.
like that. I like that on him. I do feel like whatever concept they go for, so
Mhm.
say all of them do have black hair, I feel like the conceptual video or photo shoot is gonna be, like, very different and very crazy, and everyone's gonna have, like,
Yeah.
crazy wigs on or something.
You know what I would love is if this has a similar vibe to like Dechita by Suga.
Mhm, mhm.
Like they're wearing like the kind of that traditional like robe kind of vibe, or even like Super by 17 when they're wearing those cool outfits. Like intense kind of in a Korean palace. Like I would love that concept.
That needs to happen. And you know they have the golden key to literally any historic monument UNESCO site in Korea that they would need to use. They will give them the king's old robes from the BC times to use. Like they will have free range. I love that idea. And just like the intensity and like vibe and confidence of that would be
Mhm.
very cool to see.
Okay, any other BTS predictions, or you wanna
No,
move on? Any just predictions in general that you wanna see for K-pop? Any groups you're looking
I
forward to with the content?
okay. Well, I was about to say something negative, so that's kind of bad after you were like, "Is there anything you're looking forward to?" I was gonna say I don't need more debuts this year. Um, but that
Last year
is
was a
just like
lot.
me, I'm just overwhelmed. There's so many groups I still don't know about. I feel like there's
Yeah.
so many new groups. We liked Kickflip, new group last year. Ampersand
Mhm.
1 is still getting started, 82 Major. There's a bajillion I don't even know about. It's just like I need them to stop each company releasing 3 groups a year. It's too much, and I just don't think they're
Yeah.
gonna have longevity if
Yeah.
there's too many. Um, so, like, the new Hype group Chorus, that's great. Like, give us a year to cook on them
Mhm.
before you bombard with
It's
another
a
one.
lot. This 2025 was overwhelming with the amount of groups that came out of it. And I will say I feel like they're all very talented
Mhm.
and have a lot of promise. So I'm with you. I would prefer to kind of focus on those groups and their development, and like I don't need new additions. I'm
Mhm.
already it's a lot, and I want to learn more about the ones that we do like already, like Boy Next Door and Ampersand
Mhm.
1 and Cordis and Kickflip. We're interested, we like their music, and I feel like we could spend some time discovering them. But if there's like just more groups and more like it's just you're pulled in too many directions,
Yeah. Yeah, and we talked
you know?
about that last year with ticket sales and just K-pop fatigue. Um,
Mhm.
it's like let these groups gain traction and a fandom and like a Spotify space before giving us something else. I don't know. I would just love to dive deeper into groups that I'm interested in this year instead of having to learn
Mhm.
about completely new ones.
Yeah. I would love more music from Bam Bam.
Good call. Very good call.
He released an EP in I believe it was October that was called Hometown, and we talked about it on the pod and loved several of the songs on the EP, loved one of the music videos and performances. He killed it, and I want more music from him in 2026. There was only 5 songs on the EP, so I feel like he could release a full-length album, and I would really, really love to see that this year. That's
I
on my
would
hopes and dreams wish list.
I would love that as well. And that kind of sparks a larger dream that I think you will share with me is that these young men that are foreigners in K-pop can kind of just go full steam ahead while their other members are enlisted. Um, Mark Lee released another album.
Mhm,
V8
mhm.
gonna need some more solo stuff for you while 17's on hiatus. Like, let's just pop off with these people that we love
Yes.
um during kind of this sad enlistment time. Because at least those 3 I just said, like, we loved all of their solo stuff last year.
The8's music, there was I think every song from him was on my, 2025 most listened to songs. I love his solo music, and I think there's so much opportunity with him to keep collabing with, other, like, Chinese artists. He had one Chinese rapper on a song, and it was so good, and I
Mhm.
wanna see more of that. You know what? Dream collab, 2026, The8, Jackson Wang.
Wait, you're gonna
Give
say
it
that,
to
I was mouthing
us!
it. Jackson Wang, take him under your wing. Also,
Oh my gosh,
Bam
we
Bam
need that.
Theate could be sick because I know they know each other from hosting that show
Yeah,
together.
that would be incredible.
It's so good. That was another thing on my list is just collabs and specifically like intergroup collaborations.
Mhm.
Like one member will feature on like another person's solo song or something, but I want Hypen and TXT to like have a song together and
Yeah,
like have like a full rollout together.
that would be really cool.
More like big group collabs, or it's like the rap unit from Cordis and the rap unit from 17 do something together.
Why don't they do that?
Like, yeah, it's like they want to keep them separate, but I want more togetherness, or just a super group. Any sort of super group from any company would be amazing.
Mhm. That's interesting that they don't do that. I feel like that's a great way to bring in fans from different groups
Yeah.
across all the different groups in a company.
Yeah, you
I
would
think that's the
want
whole
like
point of, like, Super M and, like,
yeah,
the super group. I I think that's a great idea, and
or
I
you would
support
want
that
like
fully.
your newer groups to have like the eyes from collabing with like a bigger group.
Mhm. Yeah, foster some of that mentorship.
Yeah, and then so many more people will see the song if
Mhm.
17 is on it. Which I guess I get like the first year, like setting them apart as an individual, but I just feel like within the company, like, because I know they're weird about doing it with different companies, but at least within the company, let's do some fun stuff.
Mhm.
Or like they release a Hybe album and it's just like fun, random
Mhm.
collaborations. That'd be cool.
Another thing on my 2026 wish list, the Hybe field day thing, part 2. I want
We
that
need it.
again. That
That's the
was
best
so
content.
fun to watch. I feel like I've watched it several times, and I need it again with BTS.
Yeah. BTS, you have to humble yourself and just go. Okay. We need you
We know
there.
you're too good for a field day, okay? But we need you
Yeah.
there.
That's actually lives very fondly in my mind because that is really what sold me on 17.
Mhm.
Um, their personalities in that. And I love that content. Or really just another collab of 17 and Game Caterers would be amazing to see because that's
Mhm.
also some of my favorite content. Um, I think I told you I watched they did a field day recently with JYP
Yeah.
and all of those groups, and that was really interesting because you really get to know groups more, and it's easier than watching every single group's solo content. It's just like you kind of get a vibe for all of them in one. So I didn't like it as much as the Hybe one, but it was still really fun and cool to see.
Yeah.
And I think we just love like interactions between groups in general, like how we're
Mhm.
saying we want them to collab on songs, but also just content is fun.
Speaking of things we don't wanna see in 2026, I don't need JYP. I don't need I don't need performances. I don't need to see,
You don't want another halter
anything
top?
from him. I don't need to see any more,
He can sit this
JYP
year out.
performances.
You don't
Mhm.
want to see any like Bible study content either?
Those I think are fascinating when those pop up on my Instagram. Um, no, I don't need to see him singing. I don't enjoy it.
I don't think that's that hot of a take. I agree with you. Um, I mean, it's entertaining, I guess, but um, he's still going for it. He's you
Mhm.
know he's really passionate about his craft, and that shows. That's funny. That's a good one. Um, Another thing that I would love to see happen for us this year is going to Korea.
Mm,
I don't know when, but I think that's like fair to have that on our vision board.
for sure.
We went twice together in like well, we went once in 2023, once in 2024, and then didn't go last year, so it seems about time.
Yeah, we're due.
We're due.
We're due for
We're
another
due
trip.
for a trip.
I mean, I already told you at the beginning of the pod. I'm feeling the need deep in my soul to go to Seoul. Seoul my
Mhm.
soul.
So my soul, please. Yeah. So I think that should happen this year. 2026 is our return.
Mhm.
I am looking forward to some of the members returning from enlistments.
Mm.
Um, Jaehyun, being one of them. So, I mean, there's still a few of our favorites to go. Mingyu, DK will probably leave this year. But there are some returning. As you mentioned, Bobby just
Mhm.
returned, so that's something to look forward to. Is some
Yeah.
new
I really like
returns.
Jaehyun's solo stuff.
Yeah, me too.
So that's a good point. I hope he, once he's back, puts out some new tunes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would love to see it.
Yeah, you said that you follow one of those accounts that has the countdowns, right?
I think it's a 17 fan account. I'm not gonna remember on top of my head, but I'll see it on stories. She posts like every day, like how many days it is until each 17 member returns.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's really depressing. Like when it's in like the 500s, can't look at that yet. Like I can't even think about that many days.
Mhm.
It's not digestible to me.
I feel like there's a lot coming back, including December, because I also think Taeyong from
Mhm.
NCT came
Mhm.
back,
Yeah, and I like him.
which I like him as well. So hopefully he puts out some music. Sounds like
Hold
this
on.
year we'll be getting a lot of solo stuff, potentially,
Uh-huh.
hopefully.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Oh, Jung Han will return this year.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
What do we think he's gonna do when he's back?
I think just kind of get back in with the crew, get back in the group. Maybe do some sponsorships.
Okay, do some modeling.
Mhm. Dang, it's hard to know what'll happen this year with 17. Like, will they tour with this many members?
Mhm.
Same with NCT 127. Two more people went to the military and then two came back, so maybe they'll just continue with six. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how some of our favorite groups shake out.
Yeah, I know. With 17, I can't imagine them touring again.
I would assume DK and Tungkwan are gonna go soon, so then they would be down to seven, and I don't think they can do a concert without DK and Tungkwan, or they
And
shouldn't.
Woozy.
Woozy was already gone when we saw them.
Yeah. Like, with the whole vocal team being gone.
The vocal teaming out is crazy. Josh was gonna have to hold it down for everyone. Yay. Oh, Shua.
Sure.
Who is he gonna do the duo with?
I
Vernon.
think
I think it has to be it.
I think it'll be Joshua and Vernon because they already have that song together. And then it will be The8, June, and Dino, is my prediction.
As a trio?
Or
Maybe
I
Dino,
was gonna say maybe
Vernon.
Dino will do solo song.
I was gonna say maybe they'll put Shua solo.
You think so?
I don't know. I could see Vernon and Dino doing something together. I feel like that could be a vibe.
Yeah.
I can't picture Dino and Shua.
No. I mean, The8 and June as a duo would be cool. And they
Yeah,
could
that
do a
makes
Chinese
sense.
song.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But then the trio of Shua, Vernon, and Dino is kind of weird. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting how it all pans out.
Yeah, very interesting. I feel like so far there isn't any group or artist on my radar of on my like goals of to see in live this year yet. But I guess they don't really announce tours early except like the BTS one because it's so huge. So I guess I don't even know who's going to be touring. But I feel like at this point I've seen most of the people that I like love, love, love.
Mhm.
And obviously would
Oh,
love to see him again, but
um, Eric Nam is coming out with new music.
that's exciting.
I am a part of his, like, broadcast channel on Instagram,
Mhm.
and he sent, like, a voice memo in it a few days ago and was like, "I'm working on new music, like, get excited," and I thought that he was kinda taking a break from music and doing acting, so I
Mhm.
was shocked because I had given up on Eric Nam's music, like, giving us new music for the foreseeable future, but
Mhm.
he sent that voice memo, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, new music from Eric Nam in
Exciting.
2026," and I don't know if he'll tour or not because, again, I think he's trying to do some acting, but I'll settle for new music. I
Yeah.
love Eric Nam's music.
Have you been
I'm very
watching him
excited.
on, The Traitors?
No, I don't have Peacock.
Yeah. I've never watched that show either, but I feel like it's kind of a big deal he's on that. I feel like that's a show everyone
Mhm.
talks about,
Yeah.
which is cool. So hopefully he's doing well.
Yeah, hopefully he's getting some new fans.
Yeah, would love nothing more for him. I mean, no, I would want nothing less. I would want everything more for him because he is so great.
He's so talented. He deserves the world. He really does.
Yeah. And need some more, Daebak show from him.
Mhm.
I feel like that was another highlight of 2025 as I got really into the Dive Studio content.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, love their stuff. I love when people sit down and chat with, Mr. Nom.
He asks such good questions.
Mhm. He makes people feel comfortable.
Yeah. And, you know, I think that's just who he is 'cause that's how you feel at his concert too.
Mhm.
You feel like you're his friend. He's just up there joking around and having fun and telling stories, and you're like, "I know you. You're my best friend."
That's so great. It's like such a cool, uh, vibe for an artist to be able to
Yeah.
exude. Well, it was so fun chatting about our predictions and hopes and dreams for 2026. We would love to hear yours, those that are listening to this, if there's like a K-pop bucket list you have for the year or anything you hope to see from your favorite artists.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments or on Instagram what you're looking forward to in 2026. We wanna hear from you guys, and we love connecting with you on Instagram, so send us a DM. We love chatting with you. Make sure you give us a follow. We are at Kpop Light Pod on Instagram and TikTok. So until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and stay by our side. And remember,
Fangirl responsibly. See ya.
bye.